What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Orioles Today, where I am covering all things the Baltimore Orioles. As always, I am Sean Ferguson. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this latest episode and to the channel. It really does mean a lot. This channel has taken off faster than I could have ever imagined, and it is all because of you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support that you guys are showing. It really does mean a lot, and I'm excited to be able to cover all things Orioles for you guys, and I'm doing my best with it. And it really means a lot. So please, if you do like this channel, you do like this content, subscribe, get yourself daily notifications, as I am dropping videos every single day. Off-season time is here. There's always a lot to cover, and that was the case when the off-season first took off. The Orioles were making waiver wire additions, re-signing players, promoting within their clubhouse, moving spots around in there as well with new assistant GM. You just got your new lead hitting coach. So a lot was going on, but the dust has started to settle, not just with the Orioles, but it kind of feels like all over the majors, and that is to be had. You saw a lot of those options accepted, declined, but the big thing is it's qualifying offers. Players that were offered qualifying offers, they have until, I do believe, November 18th to accept or decline. So I do believe that these moves are really going to start to ramp up and pick up around that time. So be on the lookout for that. And again, that goes with the Orioles as well. I believe you'll start to see, if they do make splashes around that time. So this is the kind of time where I would like to, give you a little update on the farm system, the Orioles farm system that is, and some other players that are currently free agents that could be going under the radar that could benefit Baltimore. And starting off with our farm system, two guys right now, as we have more than two, but two guys that I wanted to focus on as they are doing the best, as reports indicate, are in the AFL over in the Arizona Fall League. That's Luis De Leon, and then one of my favorite Orioles right now in our farm system, that's Enrique Bradfield Jr. De Leon, though, he signed with the Orioles back in 2021 out of the Dominican Republic. He was just 18 years old. He's 22 now. He's really improving in the minors. He actually just won an AFL Player of the Week award where he struck out 7 over 4 innings, no earned runs allowed. And the big thing people are talking about is his velocity on his fastball. Right now it's over 98, and then his control is something that people are really impressed with as well. But they love his arm. They love what they're seeing from him. So De Leon could be a guy that I do believe is going to start next season in Double-A again, but he could start to move his way up closer to the Orioles either next year at some point or the year after for sure. The Orioles pitching prospects have not been anywhere close to what our bats have been like over the last couple of years. You've seen a lot of fielding prospects come up, not a lot of pitching prospects. Grayson Rodriguez was the best, but injuries are really starting to derail him. And then don't know what's going on with Cade Povich. I think De Leon could be one of the better ones to come up. He still has a little work to do, but they're developing him nicely. Again, he's only 22 years old, so it's exciting to see that he's dominating in the AFL. And another guy is Enrique Bradfield Jr., first-round pick back in 2023. I'm waiting for him to finally get his chance to shine for the Orioles. I think he's going to be a great addition to the roster when he's finally caught up. He's still working on things, but in my mind, you traded away Cedric Mullins last year. His bat fell off the face of the earth. He's still got the speed and the defense, that's great, but you need everything together. You just can't afford this day and age in the big leagues just for defense. You need a bat too. Defense is good when you can make a defensive substitution, but if you're going to be an everyday guy, you need to have all the tools. Bradfield's getting there. He's right now, I believe he's career 264 in the minors for the Orioles from 23 through 25. And I think that bat's going to continue to pick up so it could be a more consistent bat because his speed and his defense is there. It is there. He's starting to shine with the glove in the AFL, and that's great. That's great. The bat isn't completely there yet, and that's why he's still going to be in the minors next year and probably going into the year following that. We will see what happens with the Orioles, because if they are below average again next year, there's no reason not to give him a shot closer to the end of the year like we kind of did with Beavers last year. So why not? And Basayo at that point. So right now, De Leon and Bradfield Jr. looking good in the Arizona Fall League, which is great. You love to hear it. Ethan Anderson's actually doing pretty good there as well. He's another catching prospect the Orioles have. But right now you have De Leon. He's your 21st ranked prospect, and Bradfield Jr. is right now listed as the 4th. Anderson not on there, but he didn't have a great minor league system, or minor league year, I should say, in the minor league system for the Orioles this year, and he didn't end it well. But all signs are pointing he's actually having a pretty good fall league, and he is the one catching De Leon. So all of the Orioles prospects doing pretty good in Arizona right now. And that would be great to add guys up to the big league roster that are already on the team, but looking at some free agents that are kind of under the radar right now. It's one of them is Lucas Giolito, and he's another guy he was with an AL East team. He was with Boston. He missed the entire 2024 season due to injury, but he came back in 2025, and he had a decent 2025 with Boston. He went 10-4 with a 3.41 ERA. Those stats would have been great for an Orioles team this year when it comes to a starting pitcher. So it's nothing to laugh at all. But there were concerns with, was he going to be back fully because of injury? And he's now a free agent. He thought he was going to get a qualifying offer from Boston. He did not. He really wanted to go back to Boston. Boston said, nope, he is a free agent. Could he return to Boston? Of course. But right now, Giolito is a free agent, and the Orioles are free to sign him. And if he is fully healthy, I mean, why not? I don't think he's going to cost a ton. And if he is bitter that Boston didn't bring him back, hey, maybe he will sign with an AL East team. Maybe the Orioles just to be like, fine, you didn't want me back. Well, I'm going to stay in your division. I'm going to pitch against you a lot. So that could be something that the Orioles actually might benefit from, is Boston saying, no, sir, and we could pick him up. So why not? You guys know most of the videos on this channel, I'm throwing a name out there, a starting pitching name on that is currently a free agent that we could benefit from. And he's one of them. He's only 31 years old. It's not like he's pushing 40. So why not? I will give Giolito a chance. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. It wouldn't hurt at this point to bring on another guy that's from an AL East team. I mean, he's familiar with us, not our system wise, but he's familiar with us. He's familiar with us enough where he can come over and then stay on the East Coast and pitch against a team that he's not a fan of right now because they didn't want to bring him back, even though he wanted to go back. And another guy that is actually coming from the AL East, it's Kiner-Falefa. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, he is also a free agent. And the way I look at this is, I look at it a few ways. We traded away Ramon Urias last year, or this year, and then Jorge Mateo is not coming back. He has had his options declined. He will be a free agent. So it wouldn't hurt to bring in another veteran infielder, especially since those two guys are gone now. And Kiner-Falefa is one of those guys. He's 30 years old. He has been with two different AL East teams already, with the Yankees and then the Blue Jays. He actually signed last offseason with Toronto and then was traded to Pittsburgh, and then Pittsburgh eventually waived him, and then he re-signed with Toronto. He did not have a good finish to the end of the regular season last year, and he also did not have a great postseason as well. So it's another guy that it could be a veteran presence in the infield for the Orioles that isn't going to cost you a ton. So if they are looking to make splashes without breaking the bank, which is usually the Orioles' MO, that could be a guy you can look at as well. His bat isn't terrible. He's I believe his career 262 hitter. So it's a more consistent bat, but you also know what you're getting with him. It's not the best defensively, but it's a guy that you could fit in right there. You don't have to play him every single day. And again, if you're not breaking the bank to sign him, he could be a guy that you can put in, especially with the way that it's gone for the Orioles the last couple of seasons with injuries. It wouldn't hurt to have a guy like that you can fill in if Westbrook gets hurt again, or Henderson or Holiday or whoever you have to move around. A guy you can plug and play. Why not give him a chance? So Kiner-Falefa is another guy that I could see the Orioles signing, and I wouldn't be mad at. Let me know what you guys think about that. And last thing I want to talk about is the hot seat of Mike Elias. He's been there about 7 years now, general manager of the Baltimore Orioles. And I know many of you guys are like, duh, he's on the hot seat. Well, the kind of hot seat I'm thinking of is if the Orioles get off to another rough start this year, like they did last year, is that hot seat going to catch up to him before the end of the season next year? Could we make a move to get rid of him come even the midway point of the season? If the Orioles make moves, especially I would say if the Orioles make moves where they're shelling out Rubenstein's money, and they're getting these free agents, and they're plugging and playing, and they're filling the needs, and they essentially have everybody that they want, but they get off to a really slow start, and they have another underwhelming start to the regular season, is Mike Elias gone. You know, of course, they're not going to publicly come out and say, yeah, Michael Elias is on the hot seat, another bad season, and we're going to have a new general manager. I wouldn't even say a little. I was pretty surprised when Hyde was kicked to the curb and Elias stayed. You figured with new ownership, he'd want to put a new general manager in there. I mean, right now he is trusting in Elias to continue to develop this roster. You know, he's helped out a lot when it comes to the farm system, and he seemed like a genius a few years ago when we were winning 100 games. But the trades that he has made the last couple of years have not made sense. The moves that he has made the last couple of years have not made sense. And it's really head scratching how far you can fall from grace after you were just so good a couple of years ago. So the moves were good to start, but they have really fallen to the wayside. So I know many of you are already saying that he is on the hot seat, which he should be, but is he going to be a midseason fire if the Orioles get off to another hot start? Or are they just going to let him stay out through the rest of the year and let the Orioles falter if that's the way that they start and try to pick up the pieces as he goes? Or are they just going to say enough is enough? That's going to be interesting to see if that stays the case. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this latest episode. This is Orioles Today, where I'm dropping brand new content every single day on all things the Baltimore Orioles. And as news pops up, which I'm sure it will be, I'll be sure to cover it. Please tell me what you guys think down in the comments. And please, if you do like this content, you do like this channel, subscribe, get your notifications for all of these daily video drops. It really does mean a lot to me, guys, for you tuning into this latest video. I'll see you tomorrow. This is Orioles Today. I am Sean Ferguson, and let's go O's.